Hey everyone, Matt Covert here again from howtobecome-a-racecardriver.com. And in this video, I want to talk about something that's a little more of a lifestyle thing. We're going to get into some lifestyle business as opposed to some technical or theoretical concept. So I really want to jump into this. It's knowledge versus implementation. And they're both very different, but they're both critical to your success in whatever you're doing. If you do want to become a race car driver, if you're an entrepreneur, whatever you want to do, this is a key concept to your success, all right? So let's hop right on in. Let's go ahead and talk about knowledge first. Okay, the best way to get anywhere is to make sure that you are growing, okay? So you have to have some type of program to really help you in your personal growth. It has to be intentional, and it has to be something that you're dedicated to. All right. And one of the the most important thing about personal growth is consistency. Okay. I listen to a lot of business podcasts, guys like Peter Voog and Pat Flynn and Leslie Samuel, and they all have tons of valuable information to say about their own niches. Peter Voog is a life coach, and he always says that hard work is great, but real results come from consistent hard work. All right. If you're going to work really hard for 1 or 2 days, and then kind of just, put it aside and go hang out with your friends. That's not really how it works, okay? Personal growth has to be as part of your daily routine, something you need to do every day, right? And one of the best ways to nurture your personal growth is to come up with mentors. And they don't necessarily have to be actual people there. If you can find someone who is already where you're at and you can get their advice or check in with them on a regular basis, that is a huge asset, and I really encourage you to take advantage of that. But if you don't have any of those people in your life and you haven't been able to reach out to them, or rather you should be reaching out to people, if you haven't gotten any results through that, then find your mentor somewhere else. I use, like I said, those 3 guys that I listen to, Pat Flynn, Leslie Samuel, Peter Voog. Those guys are all my mentors. They just don't know it. All right? And along with that, I do a lot of reading. I read almost every day. I try to set aside some reading time every day. I read books by guys like Carol Smith and Ross Bentley and the Skip Barber Going Faster book. Those are all great resources that you should be visiting all the time to purposefully increase your knowledge consistently from people who know what they're talking about. All right? That's what knowledge is, and that's a huge component in someone's success in anything that you're doing. All right? Now let's talk about implementation. Ooh, that looks better. All right. Let's talk about implementation, okay? All the knowledge in the world would be awesome. I would kill to be the leading expert on my niche, okay? But if I don't take that knowledge and do something with it, if I don't apply it to something that I want to do, it's pretty much worthless, okay? You can learn everything you want to know, but until you do something with it, there just isn't there isn't any point to that, okay? So the strategy that I use to make sure this is working, to make sure all the knowledge I've acquired is actually being used, is I learn something, okay? And then it could just be a tiny little thing, and then I immediately put it into my racing program, okay? It could be something about tire pressures. It could be a downshifting technique. It could be a new data acquisition system. It could be anything, okay? But what you don't want to do is be the type of person who wants to learn absolutely everything there is to know before applying it to their program. That's not what you want to do, because that does a couple things. It hurts you in more than one way. It keeps you from making small progress all the time. This strategy here, learning something and putting it into reality, it'll help you get small progressions all the time. When you learn something and put it into your program, you'll be better at something, and then better at the next thing, and then better at the next thing. And you might not see huge gains from these, but as race car drivers and engineers, okay, it's the little things that add up, and that's what we're shooting for, to be better than everyone else. You know a little bit more, your car's a little more tuned, And it's the little things that make the big differences when you add them all up, okay? If you try and learn everything you think you need to know and then throw it in all at once, it's just not going to work for you. Think about how long it would take to learn everything you need to know to become a successful racing driver. It would take years and years and years and years. I'm reading books by guys who have been in the business and have been winning and being the best at what they do for decades. They have lifetimes of knowledge, okay? I don't want to wait a lifetime to learn all that stuff before I start putting it into my program and being a winner. So baby steps is the way to go here, and I truly believe that. Okay, so knowledge versus implementation, they're both extremely important, okay? But you have to do them both the right way, and you have to do them both consistently, all right? And I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover there, all right? So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, I would be just crazy grateful if you did. It's really encouraging. I love making these videos. And if these are helping you, then your subscription will make sure that you never miss another video that's coming out. And I'll put a little link right up there for the subscribe button. All right? So if you haven't been doing this, go out and find a book by one of the authors I mentioned, or go listen to a podcast by one of the guys I was talking about. Go learn something today, and then make sure it gets into your racing program, because that is the best strategy to become a better driver or better at anything that you're interested in.